Boop, boop. Is my audio live? Can you guys hear me while this is counting down? I'm curious. Because I don't know if my audio's live while this is counting down, so I got to be careful what I say. But I'll end the countdown sooner than later because we had some dryer is running. There you go. So you can hear the audio. Good. Good, good, good. Well, we will... That's what happens when you do a new setup. You have a few technical difficulties. And is there music playing with the countdown timer? Is there music playing? No music playing. Okay. That's an issue. Okay, so there's no music playing with the countdown timer. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We are just going to, we're going to, number one, turn that dryer off before this countdown ends. Let's see. You can chat delayed, but we can hear you. Please stop the countdown. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, bang. Let's switch over and say hello, welcome to DWIT 3D on this wonderful Sunday evening. And we're going to just basically start the stream right now. Forgive me, I had a little bit of a delayed start. We had some little technical difficulty setting up some of the new gear, but that's okay. That's kind of to be expected with something, you know, different and new. So we are going to do our best to make sure that that doesn't happen again. And next, there's supposed to be music. So obviously I did something wrong with the music. I downloaded a lot of interesting, I keep getting texts here, hang on. The dryer. Okay, let me shut the dryer off. Give me 1 second. It's an annoying noise, I know. This microphone picks up everything. There we go. Okay, I totally spaced out. I spaced out on the dryer because I don't normally have it running, and I was too involved in getting all this stuff set up, and I spaced out on it. So hey, if you can hear music, take off your earbuds. No, there should be music. There should be background music going and everything, but I got to fix that up. So that's fine. So let's say hello to whoever is on stream so far, because it looks like we have a few people. We have Jose Feria. Hello, Jose. Zexelter is here. Brendan Wilson is here. We have Joe Velasco. We have Jerry. Hello, Jerry. And Non-Fam. And Shadell is here. And Hazed Hoonigan. Hello, hello. And Stream Elements is even here. Yeah, Stream Elements can be mean some days. I know that. Tom Taylor is here. And you can hear me, I know, and that's interesting. I'm going to have to work on my intro video. I don't have an outro video tonight, so we're going to work on that. As I say, new setup, so we've got a little bit of work to do, but and I'm sort of getting used to everything the way it's going to work. So forgive me if I seem to fumble a bit tonight, or if I get on the wrong camera at the wrong time, etc., etc. But I think we're going to go smooth, no problem. So no music, just the dryer. Well, that's background noise, I guess, but music would be better. Dryer, laundry, money, no music. Too funny. And Jeff Thorson is here, and I said Tom Taylor. So I think that's all the hellos done, and it looks like we have around 15 people in the house right now. That is very cool. And I got another text message I better read, because it's my technical editor that notifies me here. There we go. That one, and let's see what else we got here. And there we go. Okay, perfect. I stop it, phone. I think we're all good. So tonight what we're going to be doing is we are going to be working on continuing this build of the Trident that we have up here. We got the bed on last week. The only thing we haven't done that I'm not 100% ready to do yet either is the hot end. I still have to fix up this LED. This is called the Rainbow Barf LED that we wanted to put on the hot end. Good evening, Tom Taylor. And Ken Gross is here. Hello, Ken. Welcome. Thank you for being here. You guys let me know if the audio is okay, if the sound's okay, and if the... I think the picture looks okay. I have a little preview screen down here I'm looking at, and a little screen on the camera in front of me and so forth. So I'm not watching this on the screen at all, so I don't see what I'm looking like on YouTube. So hey, I'm trusting you guys to give me feedback. So there we go. Until I get used to this new way of life behind the camera. So yeah, so we got to set up this Rainbow Barf LED yet before I do, because I want to put this in the hot end because it's going to look pretty cool. So I don't know, we may touch on the hot end a little bit later tonight. We'll see how this the rest of this build goes. Audio is fine, all is good, good. Because I moved the mic up a little higher out of my range, because when it was down lower, it was in the way of some of the camera views when we're going to work on the electronics on this thing tonight. So that could have been an issue. So where we left off last time, let's just do a transition here. Now, you guys, just I need to warn you guys that need makeup on my forehead. It's pretty bright. I got to turn the camera. Actually, if that's pretty bright, I'm going to sneak into the camera here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do, oh, that's brighter. I can do this. Let's see if that's a little better. That might be a little bit better. We'll work on that. But we're not here to look at my forehead, so I am not upside down, Shaudel. I know that for a fact. You just want me to turn myself upside down, don't you? There was rumor that one of the elves, because we're getting close to Christmas, one of the elves has escaped Santa's North Pole, his workshop, and he is invading streams and throwing snowballs at people. So just wanted to make you aware. I don't know if he's here, he may pop up here, but if he does, I apologize. So we are working now on, so this is kind of where we left off last time, was on the build of the bed. If we go to the actual Voron manual, I left off by installing these clips on the rail. These are going to be the clips that are holding the motor wires coming down from the A and B motors. And then the next step was the electronics. Well, when we get into the electronics in this particular case, aside from a few of these images here where they're showing the mounting of the electronics, we will be switching over. Hey, Cheetah Kid, how are you, sir? Good to see you here. We will be switching over to the Voron, or to the LDO electronics instructions specifically, because they're a little different than the ones on the Voron itself. So, you know, they come down, they talk about the board, and of course they have different components and different ways of wiring things up. So we're going to be switching back and forth between this one and the actual Voron instruction manual for the electronics. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to, there we go. That's kind of what we're going to do tonight for that. And so let's get started on that we'll just take it a step at a time. Now, because I rearranged a whole lot of stuff and put a lot of new equipment in place, not new equipment, but just the way I'm running things here, snowballs and electricity don't work well together. They don't. Would you want a tap kit? I have a tap kit. You mean like a tap kit where you tap your screws and you blah, 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 blah. I have a tap kit somewhere here, for sure. But my parts and everything got moved around, but I think I got everything handy, relatively handy, that I need to start doing the electronic portion on this. So we can go from there, and let's go and see what we got to do here. Okay, so it looks like first I need to mount the Raspberry Pi. We're going to put all the mounts on the electronic items. So we have a Raspberry Pi mount. We have we're not using a 5-volt power supply like this. A Voron tap kit. Oh, would I want a tap kit? Yes, of course I'd want a Voron tap kit. As Excelter, I wasn't sure what you meant, but yes, absolutely. I will put a tap on the 2.4, and I may put a tap on this one eventually, but I'm going to build this one. Sorry, I'm not on camera, but I'm going to build this one to spec first. But I definitely would put a tap on the 2.4, so that would be a nice little touch to go on. Yeah, now that, well, my brain was just, do I need a tap kit? Okay, well, I'm thinking, well, why would he think I need to tap anything? And first thing that came to mind was, you know, a tap, like when you're tapping screws and tapping holes. So that's kind of funny. So anyways, So we're not going to be using the 5-volt power supply that you see here. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. You can't see me pointing. But we're going to get all these mounts and everything ready, and then we're going to be mounting it into the back of the, on the bottom of the printer and the electronics bay. So let's get started with this. So let's go ahead and switch to my main camera. Oh, I figured he was going to show up eventually. Anyways, so we're going to... we are going to go to the Big Tree Tech board first. Actually, the first thing they want us to do, theoretically, the first thing they want us to do is take our power supply and make sure that we switch our power supply to 110 volts because we are in North America. So right now it is set at to 230. So we're going to switch that down real quick before we forget that to 110 or 115. So there we go, 115. This is a Meanwell 200 watt 24 volt power supply that we are using for this build. Okay, so we got that power supply all set there. Now we're going to pull out the Big Tree Tech board, the Octopus, and we'll get this guy all configured up. We have a USB cable in here. You've been snowballed, I know. You'll send your extra when you get it. Absolutely, appreciate that, Sixelter. I definitely want to put that on. I think that's a really cool add-on, and from what I've heard, it works really well. Okay, so I have not opened this yet, so let's go ahead. Can I get a does this PNP thing work here? I don't think it does. Oh, it's not letting me work unless I go like this, and then I get a PNP, but then you're just getting the same picture in picture. I'm not sure how yeah, okay, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother with trying to get 2 images on one screen right now. You'll just have to, you know, watch what I'm doing and not see my ugly mug. Here we go. And there's some dip switches, which I don't think we needed from the last time. Now, I'm going to check and see if they did it again this time, and they did. So another cool thing that LDO does, and they suggest you do it in the instructions, but they do it anyways, is they paint the top of the screws red for you so that you know that those are the ones that are the positive, so you don't mix up the positive and negative. So, okay, sounds good, Zixelter. And you were just duped. That's right. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So it looks like the only thing we got to do on this really is take the excess jumpers off of the steppers, and then we got to install the steppers, which are in a box over there somewhere. So we're going to install the steppers on the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe it's the first 6. If I go down to the there we go. Yeah, so we're going to take off all the jumpers on these except the second one in. So let me grab my tweezers and let's get these things going. So we're going to pop off. There's got to be an easier way to take these jumpers off. I don't like those tweezers for it. I'm going to try my little needle nose here because I think I can get a better grip. Huh. I thought I could get a better grip on these things. Maybe just my fingers. Let's see. Nope. I need something. How did I do this last time? Very carefully. Could just be these are crappy tweezers too. Make TPU boots for the tweezers. Yeah, it needs something to be. It needs to be. It's not grippy enough. That's the thing. If I come up from the side, there we go. Old curmudgeon, there he is. Yes, hello, sir. I didn't say hi to you. So we want to leave the third one on each. I don't really need to worry about the end ones, but I'm just going to take them all off because that's what the instructions tell me to do. 2, and then we're going to take the fourth one off. Oh, they come off easy this way now. Now I've got a way to do it. Just pulling them up from the side. And again, this is one of those things that, yeah, maybe I should have done off stream, because do you guys really want to sit here for 5 minutes and watch me pull jumpers? But hey, You know, somebody's going to watch this and say, oh yes, I forgot I have to pull those jumpers. So I'm doing somebody a service somewhere. That's right. I just wish I could get this. I tried to get the music on for tonight. I will try again. It's something to do with the way my audio is streaming. I think I have to stream the music through my mixer, because the mixer is, my sound is coming in from the mixer into the ATEM. So I think audio is just going to be another channel on my mixer once I get that all figured out. So we will do that. We will get that figured out. Mr. Cleveland will help me because he's the master of all that audio and video stuff. Hook the tweezers in the metal cross part. Yeah, and I'm just kind of pulling them up from the side. I didn't want to pull that one off. So we're going to pull this one off and put that one back where that one that I shouldn't have pulled off should be going. Didn't want to pull that one off. You get back on there, right there. Oops, that's not on the right pins. Back one right there. No, come on. There we go, got it. Oh, that's a good, that works out well too, Andrew. Hooking up under that little metal thing. Oh yeah, that works even easier. Look at that. That actually works out a little easier than what I'm doing. Not like I'll ever use these jumpers again. And that goes much faster. Andrew Humphreys for the win. You can probably hear the dog barking, because this mic picks up everything. If it was picking up the dryer, it's picking up our dog. But that's okay. You know what? Dogs bark. They bark, say, hey, this is our house. Stay away. There we go. We got all those the stepper drivers off, or the stepper jumpers all proper here. Our voltage wires are proper here. These are all set for 24 volts. For the tool head fans, we don't want to switch these. Good timing for this. You got Wago terminals to rewire your 2.4 and just pulled out all the wires you're redoing. Cool. Look at that. Hello, Nick. I don't think I saw you on earlier. I'm just checking out this guy here. Oh, that little elf is going to bother us with snowballs. Do not change the voltage section jumpers. We won't. Okay, mixing voltages will damage the Octopus controller. We're not going to do that. You finally got your Octopus board. Finally can upgrade your old Spider. Good. Okay, install the stepper drivers onto the motor slots, motor 0 to motor 5. 6 and 7 are not used. Okay, I'm going to run real quick and grab my stepper drivers. They are somewhere here. Here we are. Okay, we got them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0 to 5. Yeah, we need 6 steppers. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. Okay, let's go back. Get on over to this guy, and we'll install these stepper drivers on slots 0 to 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Lots of little wires we're not going to need. We get a lot of spare parts from these things, and we are going to have some heat sinks. And these are pretty simple. It's if you've never done these before, you go red to red, basically. You cannot mess it up, actually. You can go red to red, black to black, And you got those two little spare pins that are on this red pin right up here. So yeah, as long as you keep the colors the same, you can't mess it up. They've done a good job to make it pretty much idiot proof, but they don't know who they're dealing with me. And push them in carefully, making sure not to bend any pins. One. Whole bunch of little boxes if I ever need to wrap any little rings or things. Number 2 snugs in beside it. Whoa! Heat sink drop. Didn't hit the floor. Doesn't count as a drop. Didn't hit the floor. Number 3. Oh, and they're fitting good. Sometimes I find some of these are really snug. These ones are going in good so far. SPI and sensorless by all by wires. SPI and sensorless. Spy. Sensorless spy. I don't need to keep this little... these things are interesting. These tell you exactly what all the pins are, but I don't need to get that deep into the knowledge of these things. All I know is that they work. There's number 4. Or actually 0. That's number 3 theoretically. Motor 3. Motor 0, 1, 2. That was motor 2, 2. Now we're going on to motor 3. Okay. And the last one. Okay. Perfect. Now we'll throw these heat sinks on here. If I can, that's where the tweezers do come in handy, is I just have to pull a little bit of an adhesive tab off here. I find these things don't stick all that well anyways. Mind you, does the job. There we go. I'm going to fin them so the heat runs across the board and the fan is going to run through those. There we go. Okay, I don't think there's any problem here. Come on. Static. Getting these little blue things off my finners. Numero 30. I have to make jumper wires for all the fancy bits. Okay. Seen those new, I think it's on the BTT boards where they have the new steppers that kind of slot in sideways. I forget what they call them, but those are kind of cool looking. They have the built-in heat sinks, I believe, so you don't have to stick the heat sinks on like these. And one more to go, and then we get to move on a little bit. Okay. You know what I can do here? Let me just try something here real quick. If I go like this and I were to, just curious about something here. No, I can't do that. No, that wouldn't work. So forget it. Forget what I was going to say. I was just going to try something. Okay, so we got those on. Okay, we got those guys on here. So if we go back to this guy, there we go. Okay, so we got our heat sinks on. We got our steppers in. We have all our jumpers in place. Oh, and it's really cool. I just noticed too that they mark these ones in red too for us. So why am I on a different camera here? Yeah, they mark these ones in red for us too. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that done. We're going to mount our, we're going to go back over to this guy here, this screen here, and we're going to mount our Raspberry Pi and our power supply and our main board and our I'm having brain farts. But anyways, we're gonna get all these guys here mounted. So there we go. Oh, I didn't switch cameras. See, I am just so still getting used to this. So if I keep myself on there and I keep myself on, if I put this guy on here, there we go. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab the Pi. Where's my Pi? Electronics. Here we go. So we have our Raspberry Pi. This is a Pi 4. We have this mount for our SSR. And where did I put my SSR? My SSR is around here somewhere. We're going to be mounting our power plug. Heat sink for the Pi. I forgot to put that on the other one over here. And there's our SSR. Okay, and we'll start with these. Okay, Jose. Take care. Thanks for popping in. I do appreciate that. Hey, Rex Waldy, how are you, sir? My Pi is in the gold lock box. yeah, no kidding, right? Definitely no kidding. Okay, so we're gonna need some little screws here. Let me switch you guys back to the view where you can actually see what I'm doing. We're going to need some little self-tapping, tiny self-tapping screws, which are probably going to be the last ones I find in here. Where are they? They're in here somewhere. There they are, right there. Boom. We're going to need a few of these for now. I'll put that aside, and then I need my printed parts. So let's go ahead and look at all these colors, right? So we're going to need these mounts here. We're going to need these two guys here. I've got more than I need here, but we're going to grab all these rail mounts. There we go. And then we have some in yellow. I don't know why I did different colors for the ones that are underneath. I guess just to keep the theme of the printer going. But I got more than enough here. There we go, and let's see, what else do I need here? We got our Raspberry Pi, Beefy Pi mount, it's called. And a couple more little gray DIN rail mounts. There we go. Okay, so we got all the parts we're going to need here for these. So let's go ahead and I'm going to open up the did I just close? I think I just closed my assembly manual for the Trident. Why did I do that? I accidentally hit the wrong key. Dang, never done that before. Okay, let me move that window over here onto this one, and let's make that bigger again, and let me make sure I get down to the right page number. Right down here. Here we go. Okay, so I wonder if my quad view is going to work. Let's see if that would work. This might be not a bad view for you guys, because then you can see the instructions on the screen as well. And I will try and get this camera up here and just kind of point it down there. You don't need this overhead view, but let's just do that anyways. Actually, if I turn this guy over, no, it's not going to work. I can't make him go any different. And that blinking lights might drive you nuts, so we'll see. So anyways, or we'll just stick with this view that we had before. Okay. So we're using what's called the Beefy Pie mount. So that's this one here. Now they call for the mount that looks like, I don't even think I printed it. Yeah, they call for one that looks like this. Is it this one? But I'm using one that's it's a beefier one. So this one here is for the Raspberry Pi. And it should actually say it on here. Or is this the Beefy Pie mount? Let's see. I think it's this one here. Let's grab the Pi out and see. Beef Pie. Yes, so here it is, a brick of gold. See, it's worth its weight in gold probably for what they're selling them for on Amazon. Yeah, they probably are. Okay, so first thing we're going to do on this one is we're going to take two of these, and these get screwed. So we need these tiny. Where'd I put the bag? Where'd I put the bag? Right here, right in front of me. It's always right in front of you. Yeah, I can't get my picture-in-picture working on this right now, so we'll have to... usually I like to have the picture of me up there so you guys can see me talking, but hey, it's not the end of the world. Okay, now I need my handy-dandy number 0 1.5 millimeter hex key. Okay, we're going to screw a couple of these mounts on, these DIN rail mounts. One. You can probably hear the furnace going too through the mic. It's a pretty sensitive mic. It's a Rode shotgun, which picks up a lot of noise, but I turned the dryer off, but I cannot turn the furnace off. Talking hands are good enough. There we go. Okay, good. Good to know, Leo. And welcome, Leo. Okay. Because really, this is the interesting part, is watching me, you know, do this part, I suppose, and seeing if I drop anything or if I happen to maim or injure or cut myself. That's the exciting part of this whole thing. Not that one, not that one, and there's the other one of these. There we go. On my last build, I printed the wrong DIN rail mounts. There's so many different kinds you can get. And of course, I printed the wrong ones and had to reprint some. This time I think I printed more than I need. I'm, you know, for a few cents in plastic. Now, yeah, I got to recycle it all or whatever, toss it all. It's a waste of plastic in a sense, but it's not like it's a whole bunch of money. Yeah, so the original Raspberry Pi mount that they suggest in the manual only has one DIN rail mount. This is what the Voron, or the LDO kit, calls the beefy Raspberry mount. So we do that on there. I don't think it matters which way this is going to go on here, but that's going to go on the DIN rails either way, so it doesn't matter, because that can mount on the DIN rails one way or the other. So now we will come on down again with these tiny little M2010 self-tapping screws and mount the Pi onto this. Ventriloquists are technically talking hands. Yes, they are. I'm a ventriloquist. My hands are doing the talking. You don't see my lips moving, I'll bet. Okay. You know what I need? I wonder if I have. Let's just see real quick. Let's just see if I have this in my... No, I don't. I do not. That's not a 1.5. That is a 2. Darn. I was hoping I had a... Maybe I had a 1.5 millimeter tip for my little power driver, because I could power drive these little guys in, because these have got to go in a little ways. Here we go. Oh, that's not so bad. They're a relatively coarse thread, so it's not like I have to turn them 100 times. Okay, 2 more. You've been lurking for a while. Okay, get started in the hole. Come on, get in the hole. There you go. Why are you going in the hole so crooked? Why are you in there so crooked? There we go. Now, is this going to let me turn past all these things, or am I going to have to do it the... this will let me go so far. Working on a very deep TLC for your rail core that served you for 4 years and has been disassembled for the last 1.5 years. Well, time to get her assembled again. Yes, sir. Now, I wonder, I'm going to try something else in a minute. I can't see the YouTube stream playing. All I can see is my little monitor with my preview and my program. I'm going to have a look at something in a second. There we go. So we have the Pi attached. So there's one down. I can put that up here. I think, can I highlight comments? Let's just see. If I do that, is that showing up on my actual YouTube stream? I have to see. Let me see if that shows up. It might not, because I don't think I have the correct... No, it's not showing up what I thought was going to happen. Okay, fair enough. There's going to be a way for me to highlight comments eventually, because I'm not going through StreamYard anymore, just so you know, for these live streams. For not for these ones, but we'll still be using it. We're waiting for a splitter to give me the ability to do a little bit more work. Okay, so we have the Raspberry Pi done. Now we're going to work on. We're not doing a 5-volt power supply, so let's work on the mains power. And this one is going to use the M4x6s. So let me grab those out of here. I'm just going to kind of empty these things out over here so I don't have to keep digging through all the little bags in here. M4x6s. It's going to be a little pack because that's most of these are M3s and M5s. The M4s are specific to this power supply, and they should be in here somewhere. I'm sure it said M4. It did say M4. Yep. M5, M3, M5, M4. It's one of the last pieces I touch. Right there, M4x6. Here we go. Okay. Now this one requires these little beefier ones. These guys, not this one. Is it this one here? Let's see. Yeah, it's this one here and this one here. These are the LRS 200 watt power supply ones, and then we need my this little hex key guy here, and that'll screw into the bottom of the supply. Well, it's supposed to. Why are you not? Come on. Find the hole. There you go. Why are you not going in? That feels stripped. This feels like it's damaged. Let me have a look. Oh no, it's not. Maybe the screw? Let's try. There we go. Maybe I just need to oh. There we go. Gutter. Really need my music. Doo doo. And there we go. Power supply is done. Main board we're going to work on now. So let's just make sure. Everybody's still alive in chat. Looks like it. Good. Good. And why is chat not moving? Oh, it's because nobody's saying anything. Okay, we're good. Yeah, the next one we're going to do is the control board. So, for this one we have, these two are made for the Octopus control board. So for these we need to use, I believe it's, that's not that one, it's these, oh, it's the yellow ones, that's right. We have to go to the yellow ones, so we have one of these guys and one of those guys, two of these right here. So let's move these all aside. So again, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to, this one goes around a specific way, because if I go this way, that'll stick out too close. This I'm going to put this way right here. This way right here. Hope you're not too late for what? Oh, the first layer? You're not too late, Richard. No, not at all. Hello, sir. You're late, but not too late. I mean, how do you define too late? We are just doing some fine work here. We have if I were to switch over to something like this, we have a guy throwing snowballs at us every time I switch cameras. Look at that. Every time I switch cameras, he comes in and he throws a snowball at my audience, and that's pretty rude if you ask me, but he wasn't invited, but that's okay. That's all right. So we'll screw this one onto here. When the show is over. Tiza, I think you're still alive contrary to the wishes of COVID. Oh geez. I hope you're feeling better. Too late when the stream is over. Elf on a printer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got that one in, and then we're going to put this one on. Where's my other blue one? Oh, I dropped a piece. Oh, crap. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. The first drop of the night. And what is surely, and I know don't call me Shirley, what is surely not to be the last. I'm still sort of laughing at myself thinking, why did you, well, because I think it's because I had the filament on the printers at the time, but I'm like, you didn't have to print the electronics parts in all these fancy colors, but hey, if somebody comes over and I turn over the printer and, yeah, let's have a colorful bottom too, why not? These Wera keys are great, especially for these small screws. They're kind of anti-strip because they've got a little bit of a, if you can kind of see, they got a little bit of a knurling on the tip there, which helps them, it prevents them from stripping easily, and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so we have one for one end on here, and again, these are just going to be, I believe these are the self-tapping ones. Let's see. Or do they want me to use M3x6s on this? Oh yeah, I think I need the M3x6s on this, on the main board too. Mind you, I only have, I didn't drop one and I only have 3 left. Let's just see, because these self-tappers are going to be too small. They're fine right there, but I believe they're too small for there. Yeah, this needs a, these are going to be M3x6s tapping into the plastic. And this says 7 pieces. Oh, I know why. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, why is there only 7 pieces when we had 4 for the power supply, and we need 4 for the main board? Yet they only supplied 7 pieces of the M3. Oh, the M3x6. Ah, duh. Okay, see, read your instructions carefully. M3x6. Right there. Here we go. Those were M4s for the power supply. Those fancy Allen keys, those are called Wera. You can get them online. You can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them at local hardware stores. They're called Wera. Wera hex keys. These are metric. They come metric and imperial. They're color coded, so basically you eventually, after using them forever, you'll get to learn what color you need for what part you're screwing. So they are great keys. A lot of us streamers use them. A lot of people building printers use them. So I kind of like them. I kind of like them a lot. Okay, so let's make sure we get these both on the same direction. Am I going in or out with this? I don't think it really matters if I go that way. No, I'm going to go in this way so that we don't have anything sticking out. And then this is my, that's an M3, so I need my 2mm screwdriver for this. Come on in there, and then we're gonna, yeah, it's gonna be difficult. We're gonna screw you into here. So that's just gonna self-tap into that plastic. So we'll get that one going, get the other one started. Richard loves his set. Yep, I gave Richard a set. For all the help he's been giving me, he deserved to get a set of Wera keys. I happen to have a spare set or 2 lying around, so I picked some up while they were on sale at a local place here. They have sale on Wera items once in a while. Okay, there we go. That's that one. So this one's going to come inside the same way. So we do have the clips. I just wanted to make sure I didn't get one of them on backwards there, because that's that is a possibility. Okay, so that's going to go inside like so. Okay, we'll get that side started. Now you may be wondering, why aren't you using your fancy Wera keys right here for this part? Well, I stuff like this where I'm going straight on, I kind of like the handle because it's a little easier to turn. Just makes it a little easier to turn. But the Weras have their place. I mean, they're getting used quite well, and the bigger ones make good hammers. Just don't hammer your extrusions with them. Okay, there is our octopus all set up, ready to go. And now we have the, let's see what's next on the Voron list. We have the solid state relay. So this one comes with a little different mount. The solid state relay comes with a spring a spring mount that they send you, and this is what the solid state relay goes on. I'm not sure why. I think it's something to do with grounding it, and with and you want it to be on solid. You don't want this thing to fall off. So this basically just goes on with. We need an M4x6. Yeah, and that threads right into this. So that's what those extra M4x6s were for. Aha! They actually gave me one spare, and I put them away. Why did I put them away? I should have known I would need them. There they are, right there. There we are. So 3 left. I need 2 of them. It's not a very common size, the M4s. M3, M5s, yes. M4s, not so common. Okay, so these ones basically, I can start this in this relay mount like that, and then I can slide that on. This one here has a slotted end, and then this one here is a non-slotted end. So this one here we will just screw right through like so, and then we'll tighten up the slotted end one, and there we go. That's the the SSR solid state relay mount done. Okay, next, now we get into some exciting stuff, I think. Don't quote me. Let me put some, let me throw some hardware away real quick here, and a few things, because I know me. So I'm going to take this extra bag of jumpers that Big Tree Tech threw in with the octopus. I'm just quickly going to take all these extra jumpers from the steppers that I took off the steppers, and we're going to just put all these extra jumpers in here. You never know when you're going to need a jumper, but between the 3 kits I have an extraordinarily amount of jumpers. I don't know why I'll ever need them. Same with these little wires that come with it. No real need for these things, but you keep them just because, right? They're spares. So, okay. So let's go ahead and see what we got next here. So after this, then we're going to put the power supply into the power supply part thing, and then we're going to start mounting electronics on the back, and this is where we're going to jump over to the LDO documentation as well. So we do have the power supply, and this snowball guy is going to get me annoyed, I'm telling you. No, I'm kidding. Let me find that one piece. It's in my bag of skirt parts. And again, this is an LDO specific part. You need to print the LDO one, which is right here. Because this is different than what comes with the Voron kit. The Voron kit comes with 2 separate slots because it has the switch and the actual power inlet as 2 pieces. So this kit comes with, I'm just going to fire over to this camera. I'm going to go down here and grab it. It's in one of these boxes. Where did I see it? Did I put it up here the other day? No, I didn't put it up here. It's got to still be in one of the boxes. Boom, boom. That's not it. We're gonna need that. Bear with me. And it's not in the boxes. I have misplaced it. Bear with me. It's here. It's got to be here. That's what I get for moving everything around and not keeping like a good order of things. So, let's see, 35 on Amazon. Yeah, there you go. And that's US dollars. That's about right. And you bought a set of long shaft quarter inch hex bits with ball ends and 3D printed handles for them in multiple colors. The high torque ends are great. Yes, they are. Okay. I just got to track this piece down. I'm wondering. because I moved everything around a fair bit. I know it's here. Okay, not there, not there. It's in one of these boxes somewhere. Not the end of the world if I don't find it right away. Was it in this one? Oh gosh. Okay, I'm not embarrassed much. It's right in front of me. Right in front of me. Okay, let's switch back over. It was right in front of me. It's always the case. Okay, another good feature. Actually, let me pause at this moment and say that, and we'll cut over to this. Let me just pause and say that this build, I just don't have my tickers set up yet, but this build is sponsored fully by LDO Motors and Sparta 3D. LDO, in conjunction with Sparta 3D, sent me out this Trident, this LDO Trident kit to build on stream. The filament used in this LDO kit was all the filament is sponsored by Polymaker, Sparta 3D, and Matter 3D. It's all ABS, and it's all sponsored by those guys, so thank you very much. And check them out. And these LDO kits, I would never buy a kit other than the LDO kit for many, many reasons, which we'll get into, and you've heard in through the build, and we'll get into as we do more of the build. So there we go. One of the key things is that if you look on the where is it here? If you look on the instructions on the Voron build, you don't see these things pre-wired, and LDO sends this pre-wired for you. All of the other wires and everything are all prepared. You don't have to do any crimping or stripping or anything on the wires, unless you're doing a few modifications along the way, which I am. So anyways, I just wanted to throw that in there. So hello Mitchell, how are you? Okay, let's get back to this camera, and we're going to pop this in. So this is going to go in. Now I want to make it so that, let's see, this is going to go up this way. So this is the top. I want my on switch to be proper. Up and on. Some of the printers you get, the on is down and up, right? And I like my on to be up for on, down for off. So we're going to pop this in just like this. This should fit because this was the LDO printed part. Let's see if we fit. Okay, here we go. Come on, it's tight. It's tight. Oh, that's very tight. Come on, get in there. Get in the hole. Get in the slot. That's a tight fit. Did I print a different part? No, I printed the right part. I am not going to question myself. It's just the tolerances. There we go. We got it in. Kind of want this to be a tight fit anyways. You don't want it. Well, it's going to snap in, but still. And just going to pop this end in. Maybe I need to, if I come out just a little bit here and then in just a little bit here. Are we going to work? Are we going to do it? It's definitely not going to come out when it goes in. Okay, let's try and get them in evenly here. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm just going to take my handy dandy tool here. I'm just going to whisk off a little bit on this end, just a little bit there. I'll just whisk off a little bit on both ends here. As long as I can get it started in there. There we go. Okay, so again, the top. I want the switch that way, right there. There we go. And just that little bit. I guess my printing tolerances were not all that good on this piece. Or they were, and it's just meant to be a very... There we go, got it. So now we're going to push that in. There, and it snapped into place. That is not... Got it. That is not coming out of there anytime soon. So that's right through, and then there's little pins inside that snap in. So the only way that's going to come out is if I break this piece. So there we go. This little deburring kit is awesome. I found this kit, well, I saw this kit on Steve Builds, and just had to get one. It's a lifesaver sometimes, so it's a great little kit. There we go. Okay, so we have that part in. As I say, the actual Voron kit that you self-source has the switch, and the plug unit or the receptacle is a separate item. So make sure if you're doing the LDO kit that you are using the proper part. So now the next part on this is saying to install this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch this camera over to, I believe it's this view right here. We got to turn this on its side, and we got to start throwing some pieces in here. You got one of them too, Mitchell? Yeah, they're great. It's great. It, you know, I don't use all the tools in it, but boy, the ones I do use, it comes in very handy, and they're super sharp, and it's not an expensive kit. Okay, so we're going to turn this guy upside down now. I want to make sure we get the orientation of the power supply right, so we're going to turn this way, and then we'll come back this way so that the back of the printer is facing here. We need to come up on that camera a little bit so you can actually see the top of this thing. Am I zoomed in on this camera at all? No, I'm not. So we're going to raise that camera a little bit for you for now. There you go. Oh, there's that light on there. It's not going to be too blinding, that ring light. So the orientation of this piece, let me get rid of all these spare mounting pieces, except for the one we're going to need for the PSU. Okay, so this power supply we just put in sits in there kind of just like that. Now, did I put in... No, I didn't put any of the T-nuts in yet, so they're going to go in with M3x8s. So I'm going to grab some M3x8s here. La da 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 da. Since I can't play music, I'm just going to sing. Da 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 da, and I need some M3 T-nuts. Da 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 do do, Scooby doo doo, Scooby Dooby doo doo doo. There we go. So 2 M3 T-nuts. They didn't tell me to preload these in before, did they? No. I think they're supposed to be in there already, but they're not. That's okay. Well, let's make sure they're not. No, there's no T-nuts in there at all. So, okay, M3 T-nuts, no problemo. We've gotten good at putting T-nuts in. Actually, I wonder if my overhead cam is going to work for this. Here, we'll do the overhead cam. Watch me put the T-nuts in after Mr. Elfie goes away. So I'll get T-nut there. Are you in? No. These things are a little difficult to get in, some of these T-nuts. There we are. There's one. And where did I put the other one? Oh, it's in the bag. Da-da-da-da. And we'll put this guy in this way. And he's in. Oh, that went in not too bad. Those went in pretty good. Not going to complain. We're going to line this up so we can get the T-nuts lined up. Right about there, and way out here about there. Okay. Now we need the M3x8s. And this is where I use the wear hex wrenches in a case like this, because I got to come in at an angle to get those T-nuts. Thank you so much, B-Roll. How you doing? They're the good T-nuts, yes. Oh man, they're some of the T-nuts. I don't know. I think it's hit and miss with T-nuts, and I don't think it's necessarily the LDO build. I think it's just T-nuts in general. I don't know. Can you get better quality T-nuts if you pay more? I don't know. Okay, so we will come in. We'll get the first one in first because actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide these over, and I'll just slide. Oh, this T-nut just came out. It's in there so good it came out. There we go. I'm just going to slide these over, and then what I'll do is I'll line them up, and then I'll just slide them into place. It's going to be easier for this particular piece. Okay, so we will get this one going. Okay, and then next one. Wonder if this is a better view now over here. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Get this one going. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. And did I hit the nut? No, I didn't. Slide her in a bit. Over. I can't see the hole. Oh, over. I just got to come over just a little bit more. There we go. I think that's it. There it is. And we'll slide that into place and tighten her down. Don't go so tight that you hear a little crack like I just did, but I think I'm okay. The part's not that bad. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so keep that wrench out because we're going to need it probably for something else. And then the next instruction, now we're going to start clipping some stuff in. So this is where I'm going to switch over to the LDO instructions. So right here. So we've got the board prepared. We have our DIN rails put in place already. We've spaced them out. So here is how we're going to mount the electronics, just like in that picture. So, oh, Mike, how are you, sir? I didn't say hi to you when you came on. Okay, so the back of the printer, we have the 3 motors, so the back is right here, so they have the back down. So let's just go ahead and switch back over here. We're going to lower this main cam a bit. Anybody getting annoyed at the elf yet? Nah, he's pretty cute. So let's lower this down and let's lay this down like so. There we go, and I think this view is going to be okay. Let me lower that camera a little bit more. There we go. I think that's going to be okay. So they have, so here's our motor in the middle. There's where our power supply is coming in. So now we're going to lay some components in as well as our speedways. Okay, let me grab the speedways. There we are. We got these guys here. We're going to cut these down. We're going to VHB tape them in. But let's mount the components first. And that way we can... so the mains, we have the mains facing this way. And... oh, did I get that on backwards? Oh no, that should fit. No, that should fit either way. Why is that too low? These are mounted exactly the way they said, but this is too low. It's too low. Or is it? Hang on. Maybe it's not. Let's see. Yes. That is too low. LDO. That's way too low. just a tad, yeah. So what I went by, if we go back here, they gave me instructions here for the 250 build, which they say right here. So this guy here, they say 45 millimeters apart. And somewhere it said that that was for the 250 build. Let's see. .45 millimeter, 45 millimeter. Let's just make sure I didn't miss something in the instructions here. Yeah, because this DIN rail right here, this is too low down this way. So it's not a big deal. It's easy to fix. I may just have to move some of these things a little bit, but I don't think I need to go that much higher. So let's go ahead and move that up. So let's loosen, oh, wrong one. Need the yellow one for that. No, green. Maybe it was the pink one. There we are. So we'll loosen this. Loosen this off. Flip the mounting clips. Okay, well before I move this, let me try. I don't think that's going to give it the space though. Let's just see if it even... No, it's still not going to give it the space, regardless of which way these are flipped. Because really, when you think about it, this is the width of the DIN rail in between these two. And this is pretty much centered on the power supply. So whether I clip it on this way or clip it on this way, it shouldn't matter. It should still fit either way. So like up here, like I've got lots of room up here to clip it on. And if I clip it on this way, it's still going to take up the same amount of room. Yeah, it wouldn't matter. So in other words, you're saying if I flip the clip, so if I happen to accidentally put this on backwards, let's move that out of the way, and go from underneath, yeah, it's still not going to fit. We're still a little too close to that stepper motor. Just a little too close to that stepper. So yeah, we got to move this up a little bit. You snuck through the side door, did you, Mike? Because even when I look at the image, this looks closer to the stepper motor than in the image. I'm positive, now that image could be for the 300 build, I'm not sure, but I'm positive it said it was for the 250 build. So, it doesn't have to go up much, just a hair. So we'll shift that up and shift that up that much. Let's just see. See, and now that'll fit on there no problem. So we just had to shift it up just that little bit. And all these blue things those are just the, they're just holding the base plate in place. So I'm not worried that that's too close to it or anything. I don't think that's going to be an issue. And if it is, I can always move that later. Okay, let's snug these up here. And maybe I measured wrong when I did the, because I measured right from the dead center of the frame, 45 millimeters to the outside of the DIN holders. So anyways, here we go. So this is going to fit if we go now from the top here and we snap it into place. There we go. Because you can see how tight, you can kind of see how tight it is down there. It was just too close to the motor. Now the problem I'm going to have now is, yeah, I've got that stepper motor in the wrong way. Damn, I've got to turn that stepper motor so that the plug is facing the other way. Not a big deal. See, these are the things we run into, and you know, it happens. So basically what I got to do is just got to undo the 4 screws for that stepper motor, slide this down, unscrew the rod, slide it down a little bit, and turn that stepper motor around. Yeah, Leo. Oh yeah, Leo. I just saw your comment now, Leo. No, it's not supposed to face that way. So that's okay. It's an easy fix at this point in time. So I'm just going to loosen these guys. Not loosen, I'm going to take them out. There we go. And this is easy to fix. It's not going to affect any of the other builds. It's not like I'm going to throw anything out of alignment on this linear rail or anything, because this is going to go back together the exact same way. Just the stepper motor is going to be different orientation. So just going to move this out just by undoing this. We're going to turn it around. We're going to bring it back in, and we're good to go. So we are facing the right side of the printer. That's correct. There we go. Easy fix when you catch it early enough. There we go. So now we have the plug facing right here instead of the top. How I missed that, I don't know. Probably wasn't reading the instructions as clearly as I should. You guys know me. Screwdriver. I only dropped one screw so far tonight. Actually, it wasn't even a screw. I dropped the... Your Vorons go together perfect first time, every time. No rework. No having to stop builds to print parts that are missing. No redoing electronics. Is your nose growing, Zenbender? How long is your nose now? Okay. Let's go ahead and get back to Mr. Elf throwing a snowball, and we'll get back to this picture here. Okay. Now we can maybe do some stuff. Okay, so we have this. This kind of goes all the way. We can slide that over a little bit more here. We need to leave room though for a... No, we don't need to leave room for anything right there. So over here, if we come back here, so over here we need to mount the SSR. And in between the SSR, we are putting all of our terminal blocks. So we have a terminal block kit right here. And I'm going to blow this picture up a little bit because my eyes are, you know, like, let's blow that up a bit. There we go, so I can actually see. Okay, here we go. Just got an MKS Robin Nano 3.1 and TMC 2209 for your artillery. Nice. So let's dump this out. Okay. So these guys go in a specific order. So it looks like we have gray, yellow, green, yellow, green. So yellow, green, gray, and then we put, so we have the gray, yellow, green. Make sure I got the right gray here, which I do. There's two of the same. One goes on one end, one goes on the other. So this is like just putting a little jigsaw puzzle together. Why are you being difficult? You want to go down, so you go in here. So we have gray there. Okay, these things just snap in nice and easy. These things are awesome. And we have a yellow-green and a yellow-green side by each. Okay, and the yellow goes to right towards the gray. So we have yellow-green. These ones are metal. These just spring themselves in. This one will... No, this does not just spring itself in. This one here, there's a screw hole in the middle. I got to grab my little screwdriver. There's a screw hole in the middle of these that basically loosens off this hardware. So you loosen this screw off, and then when you get it in place, you tighten that screw and it snugs it down on the rail, on the DIN rail. So I'm going to use this and a slotted bit. I think it was this one I used last time. Let's make sure. And let's see. So this will reach down in there. I will loosen this screw off. And that basically opens up this hardware here. There we go. So that just, you can kind of see how that just has a bunch of play in it now. Okay, so this goes on this side. This goes under the rail. That goes on top of the rail. Like that. That is taller than that. Does that make sense? Why does that look so funny? Huh. Anyways, it just in the picture it doesn't look like it doesn't look taller than the gray one, but in here it's taller than the gray one. Me being paranoid. Okay, and then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna snug this up. But we're not gonna snug it up too much yet because I need to make sure I leave the right amount of room between here, and we still have the SSR to go over on the side here. So we'll just leave that loose enough so that I can slide them if need be into place. There we go. So I can slide those, and then we'll tighten them up in a bit. $16 right now. 16 feet. I'm missing something. Did I loosen that enough? Probably not. Not. So in the standard build, they show using Wegas here, as opposed to these things. But yeah, these work great too. Did I miss? Okay, there we go. So we have gray, yellow, green, and then we need blue, 2 blues, 2 reds. These ones just snap on. For some reason, the yellow and green ones, and that's, again, the yellow and green ones are metal, because these are, we're speaking ground and commons here. So we're metal on metal and metal on metal because we're going to be grounding the frame through those. So, and the blues, there is no up or no down on these. These are basically just up and clip in and slide, up and clip in and slide. Okay, there's our 2 blues. And we need the 2 reds. Same thing with the reds. They just up and clip in and slide. Now, between the blue and the reds, we have like a little gray buffer here. So, because on the red, we have live terminals on the red here, okay, on the insides here, which is where we screw to. So, in order to protect those, we get these little gray pieces that go this way. Kind of sit in here like, don't be stubborn. There's little holes that fits in right there and right, that little piece there and that little piece there, and they sit just sort of just like that, just like so. It just snaps on there, and then we could snap the red piece in. Okay, and then we got that protection between the red and the blue. And then the reds, again, can go together because we're not worried about live on these because they're red and they're red. They're hot. And then we got another, on the gray piece that goes, we put another one of these protective pieces on the gray. Did I get that mixed up in there? Let's see, on this side of the red, that's got to go, oh, I see what I did here. So let me just pop this one off. I want this one to go this way. This is going to clip onto the other side of this red piece, like so, and like so. And then this red goes on this way. And then we have insulation between the red and the blue. Interesting, but that seems to be... But if I turn it over the other way, we're not going to have... I wonder if the red... Let's just see. Oh, you know what I should have done? Okay, just to keep this... I'm just trying to keep these looking the same. I'm going to take this off of this one. I'm going to put this on the blue one. There we go. It doesn't matter which one it goes on. I'm just being anal about the look of it right now is all. I should make them look pretty. just like in the picture. OMG extruder and hot ends. I have not. So I want that blue one to go this way. There we go. I want this blue one. See, that's got to go opposite because it's not going to have that shielding on it. Yeah, okay. Go this way, and then we have the red one. Red can go this way. And then this red can come in. There we go. So we have shielding between the blue and the red, and then we got the last gray one coming on. And I think it looks like there's shielding on the outside of this gray one too. And what I'm looking at right here is you can see when Mr. Elf leaves, I'm looking, you can see right in the diagram right over here. So that's the gray shield there in between, the gray shield there, and I think it looks like there's a gray shield on that side between the last gray one and the SSR. There's definitely none between the blue and the green, and none between the green and the gray. So that's where we're at. So let's see if this will actually fit on this gray one. Doesn't look like it actually is made to fit on the gray one, but I could be wrong. And I probably don't need it because there's plastic on either sides of these, so I'm probably fine without it. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it off. It doesn't really have a place to fit on it, so we'll just leave that like that. So there we go. So we have our gray, yellow, green, blue, red, gray. Gray, yellow, green, blue, red, gray. I think we're good. Now we get the SSR on here, and they have that going this way. Did I put that on upside down? Let's see. Nope. That's the way they have it there. And so this guy clips on up top, and then you pull that, spring that up, and there it's clipped on, and that looks like it's about the right spacing and everything right there. I'll actually probably move that over a little bit more. So there we go. So there's those three pieces on. We have that little gap in here, which is going to allow for the wiring in here. Okay. So we have that. Now we move on to, so we have a couple of little spare pieces from that kit there. We'll just throw those back in here. Okay, with those fuses. Okay, now on top we have that PCB and then the main board. So the main board is going kind of in the middle. Kind of in the middle, right about, oh, we can move that middle piece here. This guy's going to slide in somewhere right about right there in or abouts. That actually looks pretty good. Maybe come back this way just a hair. Okay, and the pie, we're putting the pie in a little closer to this side, right about there. Okay, that's tight. Whoa, do not drop the pie. That's like dropping a bar of gold in the ocean. There we go. So there's the pie. Okay, so we have those pieces. And did I miss putting these in? No, I didn't. I don't need to put these in. These, so you get these pieces with these little things here. And what these are for is you put these in under the screws, and these basically hold these things from separating, but this is not going to separate. That's going to be pretty good. So I didn't use these in the last build either, but those basically screw in with the screws under there that screw it onto the terminal. But yeah, those are not absolutely necessary, but what I do need to do, while I remember, is snug these ones up so they're not loose. There we go. Everything is nice and snug in there. Good. Good. That's perfect. And I think that's this one. These show. Oh, that was sort of sitting right next to that, just like that. There we go. Don't drop the pie into the ocean. I will not. Hey, Mark Flanagan, how are you, sir? Like dropping an iPhone 14 Max into the toilet. Oh, wait, it's waterproof. Would you want it after? It depends if it's a clean toilet or not. That just all depends if it's a clean toilet. Okay. Up here was we need the board, the PCB. That is, let's grab the PCB, and I believe that's in this bag right here. So that PCB is going to be needing, oh, that's what that other little piece was for. That's the PCB mount, yes. So we are looking for, I believe it is this one, this guy right here. Let me see, make sure. That is the hot end PCB, and the other one in here is the XY end stop, and so this is the one we're looking for right here. So this is going to mount onto this little PCB mount right here. That's the one I forgot. And look at that, they line up perfectly, almost like they're meant to be. So this goes with the big massive plug facing down. Let's just make sure if I'm reading that right, it is correct. So this is going to go down like this. So let's go ahead and switch this camera angle. We'll get this screwed on. I believe it's 5. There we go. So we're going to take these self-tappers again, and there happens to be 4 self-tapping screws left, which is exactly what we need. Pies are still hard to get. I wonder when that's going to change. I have not heard of the orange pie. Well, I've heard of it. I've not heard good or bad. I've not heard any reviews on it. I know there's companies coming out. Big Tree Tech's come out with a lot of pie alternatives. Companies are coming out with pie alternatives, but you know, can you beat the real thing? And why is it taking so long to catch up on the shortage? That's what I'd like to know. Okay, we got that one in. Let's get the opposite corner in. Oh, before I do that, hang on. Just about screwed up. Not like I wouldn't have screwed up before. Talking about pie is making you hungry. Sorry. I need to get one of those mounts for this. Which one do I need? Is it this one? No, it's going to be, I think, another one of these yellow ones. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of these yellow ones. Do I have a gray one just so I can mix the colors up? No, got no gray ones left. So yellow it is. So I'm going to be short 2 of these screws, but I think I have more somewhere. So yeah, glad I remember this. It would have been hard to screw this in after I get that board on. Okay, we're going to put that on this way. Right there. That should be fine. Most Vorons will become self-tappers. Yeah, exactly. Why so long? Why is it taking so long to get these things done? I mean, yeah, there's a demand, but you know, it's not like there's all of a sudden a massive demand, but maybe it's early next year. That would be nice. Okay, there we go. Now we got the oh, wrong camera. We got the DIN rail mount on. Now I can put this on. I'm going to have to find 2 more self-tapping screws, which I'm sure I have plenty of them. So we'll get that one going again. We'll get the opposite corner going again, then we'll go look for 2 more screws. Man, I hope, I'm going to try for next weekend. We'll see. I'm going to try and get that music going. With this new setup, the way I've got it all set up, it's just a little different how I have to do the music. There was supposed to be music on the intro, but obviously it didn't work. And it's just all the way, it's all with where the sound is coming in. Okay, let's find I'm pretty sure in this kit there's going to be some more self-tappers. If not, I know where they are. Oh, there's a bunch of them right there. A whole bunch of them. 20 more of them here. Okay, you just need 2. There we go. One. And 2. So let's get these tightened down and get this on, and we'll see where we're going from here. Okay. I think they keep the offer low to be able to keep the price high. Yeah, I mean, you never know, right? There we go. Okay, so we have that. So we flip back over to camera view number 3, and this guy is going to just sit just sort of in the middle right here, right there, right like so. So there's all the electronic components put on. Oh, yeah, beautiful girls. Look at that. Thanks for catching that, non-fan. Appreciate it. We don't need any beautiful girls on our stream. I have a beautiful girl upstairs and a beautiful son. Okay. Well, I don't mean that we don't allow beautiful girls on the stream, but you guys know what I mean. Okay, so now the Pi, I believe the heat sink is going on this piece right here. I forgot to put the heat sink on it last time. Is it that piece there? Yeah, it's not going to be that one. It's going to be that big silver piece right there. Let's do that before I forget again on this build. That's quite the hefty heatsink, actually, for the Pi. Okay, there we go. We have a heatsink on a Pi. Now, this is supposed to be a... This piece here is supposed to be sort of like a for the power supply. And is there a nut? There is a nut in there. So this is supposed to... This is a perfect way to space where this power supply is supposed to go. But let's just see how far off. So if I put that in there and I move that power supply over to where it's supposed to go, that's really close to here, but I think that's okay. They're not showing. The interesting thing is, so this is a piece that was printed as part of the Voron kit. And if you observe on this, when Mr. Snowman is finished there, they're not showing this as being attached, which would go right up on the top or on the either on the top or on the bottom of the power supply to hold it in place. I didn't use it on the 2.4 build, so I don't even think it's necessary to put it on here, because that forces me to move the power supply too far to the left. So I think I'm going to just bypass this piece this time as well. So let's not do that, because yeah, I don't want this to be too tight over there. I'd rather have a little bit of more room for the wiring in here. And it's not like that's going to be riding back and forth or anything. So I really don't think that's a necessary piece. So we're not going to put that on. Okay, in case anybody wonders and sees that I missed that step. And those doofus video bloggers out there making Pi servers with like 10 plus Pi stop. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there you go. Okay, we have the next steps. We are going to... I've got to shrink this. I enlarged my screen so I could see better, but now I got to shrink it. There we go. So now we are going to do some wire connecting. Okay. So we're looking at the instructions here. We are connecting steppers. So in this step, we'll install the stepper motor cables except for the E motor. Yeah, I don't even have the extruder. I don't have the hot end built, so I'm not worried about the extruder motor. Taking advantage of the included cable tags to label your stepper cables, follow the table and diagram below. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let me go ahead and just step over here and grab the cables. There's those ones, this one. There's the included tags. There's the kit, and there are more cables. Okay, we don't need the extruder one. And some more tags. That's A, B, E. So there's all our cables. So we have 1, 2, 3 for the Z motors, and then we have our A and B stepper motors, and our labels, and a bag of silica. I need to take a sip of water. Crypto is dead. Thanks to that one. Yeah. You paid a fortune for a GPU a couple years ago. I've been fortunate that they've sent it with these kits. So, okay, so we're going to do what they suggest, and I did this on the last one. We're going to go ahead and get these separated. Now these are going to be, let me just make sure if I spin this here. Okay, that cable. Okay, so that is the, yes, okay, so these are definitely the A and B motors for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab these. They give you nice little little tags that you put on your wires so that you know that you have your proper motor wires going to the proper connection. Hey, Kevin Kidd, how are you, sir? All that in a bag of chips. So we're going to grab the A and B. We're going to leave the E in here because that's the extruder motor. We don't have that ready to go yet, so we'll keep that E kind of nice and safe somewhere. I'll lose it eventually, guaranteed. So I like to put this on the end that is going to go on the down towards the board, so I know which I'm plugging in where. And these things just simply clip on, which is just like that. You can actually clip them up a little bit so they don't move, but there's A. So that'll be our A motor. And the A motor, these motors are going to run down the side to the back, so I can plug this one in. So the A motor, they say, is the, let's see, the rear right is the A motor. So on the diagram that they give us, A motor, okay, where is the rear right? So this is the rear. This is the rear. This is the Z1, and the rear right is going to be over this way. Okay, so this is the A motor on this side. So we're going to plug the A motor in. Or I'll switch the view here again. Just this way. Here we go. Boom. And this camera. Okay, here we go. Come on, Mr. Snow. Throw the snowball. So we have the A motor right here. So we're going to plug this guy in here. Like so, and this is going to run down the bottom and out the back there. So we'll leave the A motor here. Put that there for now. And we'll come around this side. We will grab our B. And we'll identify this as the B motor. Clip this guy on. Come on, get on there. And we are B here. Be good. Be good, Elliot. Okay, B motor. Okay. Now we're going to run. I guess I can run them down. Let's just see. I want to go back and flip. I'm going to flip back momentarily to the Voron instructions. And get by all this other stuff they've said to do. Okay, there. Wiring. That's way different. Okay, yeah, no, that's way different. Okay, so we're going to do, so we got the A and B motor. Now we're going to look at the Z0, Z1, and Z2. These three are all pretty much the same length, I believe. Now this one looks a little longer. Let's just make sure. I think these are all the same length. Yeah, they are. These are all the same length. There we go. Okay, perfect. So in here we have our Z, our Z0, and our Z2. Z1, Z0, Z2. Come on, little clippies. I haven't looked because I don't have my YouTube. How many people do we still have on watching right now? Have I lost many? Well, let's see. We have 35. That's awesome. And only 21 likes. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Come on, hit the like button. Subscribe. I got to get my subscribe thing flashing on the screen too yet. So, okay, these things are interesting. If I get you guys down to my desktop here, these things are funny. They come with, there's a 0, Z, so we have Z0. So we basically have to plug in. They're tiny little clips, and these things kind of just snap together to give us a Z0. So we're going to call this guy here Z0. So he goes around, and they never stay together, which is okay. Z0. I guess I can kind of force them in there to stay like that. Z0. Now we got, let's see, we have a Z, Z2. Z or Z? Z. Z2. Okay, let's pull these apart, and we have a Z2. You're already subscribed. Awesome. Appreciate that. Anybody who's new here, if you're not subscribed, get off the channel. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't get off the channel. Z2. See, they don't really stay the best, but that's okay. I know that there's a little way you can kind of force it up. Sort of force the wires off to the sides, and they kind of stay in place, but that's okay. So that's our Z2, and this will be our Z1. Didn't drop it. Didn't hit the floor. Doesn't count. Okay, that way. What I should do is glue these together, but that's okay. That's okay. And we will kind of push that onto the wires. There we go. Okay, so we can run the Z. Oh, you know what I didn't do before I do this? The speedways. Darn, speedways. Of course. We got to put these in so we can run wires. Duh. Okay, so let's grab some VHB tape. I have plenty of it left over from previous Voron builds, so we'll use this. There we go. Okay, and so first of all, we need a piece up between Z1 and Z2. Are these pre-cut to length? Of course they're not. So we're going to have to cut this guy to fit between these two motors. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I have, I think these scissors will do the job. I really do. Let's take the top off. It looks like they're leaving a tiny gap between the two, but not much. So that end's damaged, so we'll use this end here, and we will cut it off right about there. Right about where my finners are. Let's see if these scissors work. Oh, these scissors work good. Almost too good. So that'll go right in between there, and that's going to go up, oh, probably about halfway down like this, so we have room to run some wires. Okay, so let's get some tape on the back of this. Not that you need to see me run some tape, but hey, what the heck? Why not? Doop. Doop. Like so. Oh, sure. Okay, there's that one. Okay, and we'll go back. And then the next one they want is straight down the middle. And I think this one won't need cutting. So this one's going to kind of go, yeah, straight edge to edge down the middle, and probably won't need any cutting. See, now that, that's probably a bigger build. I'm wondering if I need to move my, my top rail up a little bit more. Well, let's see. If I put this in place up here by the motors, so they're sort of lined right there. Okay, and then yeah, it's a little tight, because basically you see what I'm saying is that this one's a little bit tight to the pie, but it might be okay because the cables coming out of the pie are going to come over top of that. I think the image they're showing on the screen is a 300 build because there's a lot more room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a 300 build they're showing. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and commit to the top one here first. We'll commit to the stick. Where are those tweezers? Actually, I find it much easier. How many Voron? This is number 4, friendship. So here, let's see. Let's grab the liner off of this one. There we go. So I'm going to commit to this one. I'm going to go up a tad. I'm going to go right about. I'm going to make this as square as possible. Right about. Right about there. Oh man, if Jason were on my stream, he'd say it's not square, but it is. It's pretty square. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to cut the cover approximately the same length. So let's go right about there. That's okay. That's not the cleanest cut, but is anybody going to judge me? There we go. So that'll go kind of about like doop doop like that. So there we go. That's okay. Shorten it a bit on this end maybe, but that's all right. Okay, now the middle one, as I say, it's tighter than I'd like it. Oh, wrong. I've already got one in there. It'd be really tight if I put 2, but I think I can get this one probably down, sitting almost on top of the power supply. Give me that little bit of extra space just in here, because I'm going to have to bring these wires, these stepper wires are going to come down and run in along here. So I may still, depending on, yeah, I may end up moving this. I may end up moving this rail up just a little bit tighter to this. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Better than the PSU on the... Oh, non-fam, stop it. Get out of here. You're banned. You're not supposed to bring up old wounds like that, non-fam. And I refuse to fix it. Even when I do the upgrade on the rat rig, I refuse to fix that PSU. Dang it. That's kind of funny. I'll never live that down. I will, as long as I'm streaming, I will never live that down, and as long as you guys are on. Okay, take this one off, and let's go ahead and... Oh man, I'm going to come a little closer to the PSU on this one. And probably, because I don't need anything to come out of the bottom of this, so I can probably give myself something like that. There we go. I think that's going to be fine. And then we got a little one here and a little one over here. And we've got nothing going up the sides. Or is there? No, those are not going. No, they can't be. There's nothing. There's no room. I'm just wondering what they're showing in that picture. Oh, that's the, nothing. They're showing the extrusion. Okay, so this side, we need about, in between the Z and this one, over here. So we're going to go right about where my finner is, right there. Almost to the end of the power supply. So right about here. I should be able to get both of them out of this one piece. Okay, let's just trim this one off a bit. There we go. So this guy should go nicely right in there. Yep. And is this going to be about the same length? Let's just see. This is going in behind the PSU, and that's going to be about the same length for this side. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just use this as a guide. We'll straighten this edge out. I don't know where those pieces are flying to, but I'll certainly step on them later. I have no doubt about that. Hey, llama! And so we have this guy. We'll just come from this end, and we are going to cut this guy right smack right there. Right there. And right there. And right there. Okay, let's put some VHB, some VHB tape. I'm not going to switch cameras because it's just tape. Honestly, it's just tape. Nothing to be excited about. And we'll put this other piece of VHB on. There we go. Okay. We will peel the liner. Once it sticks, there we go. Now let's get this one right. It's kind of close to the PSU, kind of up and around right about, I'd say right about there. Okay, right about there. We're going to make this one look as nice as the 2.4 did. I was kind of proud of my wire management on the 2.4. I've seen much better, but I'm not going to go to the extent that some of those folks out there have gone to make it look like it came out of a factory. Okay, excuse me. And then we're going to come down here, and this one's about in line, almost up in line with a PSU, kind of right about, sort of almost exactly, a little down more on this side. Almost kind of exactly, no, a little lower on this side yet. And how are we looking again? Put a picture of it this way, a little more center up there. And right about there, just like that. I think that's good. Might be a bit too close to the PSU, but hey, nobody's perfect. So there we go. So we got our raceways on there, ready to go. So we can pop these caps off. Oof. Oh, I didn't cut the caps for the bottom ones here. Hang on. Let's see. You're going to go right about there. So right about there. Oof. Okay, so there, and another one about the same length. So right about there. See, the average person would probably take the time, take a saw, cut these things nice and neat on the end, but it's good for me. I'm not the average person. Okay, we got those caps, and this cap. Okay, so those are our 4 caps. We'll put them off to the side, and then look at that. Spare, oh, that was a piece of garbage that fell. Spare speedways. They give you lots of spare stuff. Speedways, raceways, whatever you want to call them. Just don't call them late for dinner. Okay. How are we all doing? I think we're all doing good. And the tiny sharp ones get stuck in us. Oh, I know. You're building one right now. Let you catch up. Well, how depend? Design it, build it, repair it. Where are you at in your build? That just all depends. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest coming down the stairs. Oh, maybe we don't. I heard him sneaking down here. But then I heard a little pitter patter of the footsteps go back upstairs. So I think he shied out. Okay, so let's see. We are next. Now we're going to run the wires. We're going to run the cables to the motors. So we got our Z1. These are really long. Realistically, I should be cutting these, but the bottom middle motor is Z1. So let's find our Z1 cable. Z2. We do have a special guest coming down here, ladies and gentlemen, folks and germs. So let me switch my camera. Let me switch the camera.
I made it.
You got to look right into this camera. Come over here.
I don't know which camera.
This camera right here.
Hit that like button and subscribe. Bye.
There you go. Good job. Give me a high five. Don't leave me hanging. High five. Good job. Okay. Upstairs. Good job.
Not upstairs.
No, up. No, you're going to stay down here?
Yeah.
Okay. So Z1. Oh, sorry. I need to go back to my drawing, and I've got to, man, I gotta, oh, where are we going here? Where's my picture of my board? Oh man, I gotta zoom this screen in a little bit. Oops, wrong screen. Okay, Z1 is the pink wire. So we're running Z1 into 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Fourth one from the end. Okay, oh, I gotta switch your view again here. There we go. There we go. So Z1 is running into the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, fourth one, which is the second stepper on the inside. So this is Z1 right here. Okay. And Z0 is the golden one, which is going right next to it. And then, well, actually, let's go. That was Z1. Z2 is the green one. Let's go Z2 here. Z2 is going to the end stepper. Right here. See, those things just, they're cute little labels, but they'll tend to fall down, but they're good there to remind us what's going on. And then Z0 is the golden one, which is going right next to the other one. So basically we have the 3 in a row. Golden one. So this one's going into this one right here. And again, I'm following the LDO specific electronic instructions because this is the LDO kit, and it does differ from the Voron kit. Why are you not going in? It's just my hands. It's my big fingers. Doesn't want to. Oh, or am I on the wrong end? Oh, I'm on the wrong end. These are going to come all the way up this end. That's right, because these are end specific. I got that one on the wrong end. So there's Z2, Z0. So we have Z0, Z1, Z2. Okay, so now we've got to run these to the motors. So the top right one was Z2. So we're going to run this guy. Oh man, these are really long. I really should cut. I will cut these eventually, I think. These are stupid long. Twice as long as they need to be. But we'll tuck them in here. We will plug this guy into the motor. Okay, and then we'll do some wire management. So that just kind of runs down in here, under here, and we'll tuck these excess wires in here. These are really long. Yeah, I may end up shortening these. I might do that during the week. We'll see. We'll see. It's just unnecessarily long. But that's just the standard cables they come with. And I'm not going to complain. Although did I not just complain? So I'm a hypochondriac, not a hypochondriac. I'm a what do you call it? Anyways, there we go. So there's Z0, and then the one on the left, or that's Z2. Z0 is on the left. Of course, you know, yeah, you have Z0 here. You're going this way. You have Z2 here, and you're going this way. So you're kind of crossing paths. So this one we will. Let's plug it in first, and then we'll run the wire. So we'll plug that into the Z0 motor. Well, I guess you could always just assign different pins if you wanted to, but I'm just going to go the way they've got it. And come on, get in the plug. There we go. So let's take this. Let's go ahead and tuck this in. And we will bring this back and tuck this in again back here. Holy cow. Holy long wires. we go. And just gotta sneak this up here. It's quite long. Yeah. But it's doable, right? So there we go. All tucked in. Now we have our Z1, which is down and bottom in our center motor. So this one we got to run. We're going to run this one. Let's move this out of here. Let's move you over one slot. Call that a liar. Okay, and we're going to move you into the middle here. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to tuck you, bring you down. You're going to come down and through this raceway. Oh, you're really long still. Okay, and then we're going to put you in, plug you in. Good thing I turned that motor around, right? There we go. And we can, oh, look at that. The one came all the way down this end. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then we'll tuck this in under here, like so. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's all the 3 Z motors. That doesn't look too bad. I mean, you got some loose wires coming down here and over here, but really that's not bad at all. Hello, 3D Medic Vince. How are you, sir? The Golden Child, Eddie Murphy, right? Yeah, I think so. I think I saw it years ago. My goodness, that's an old movie. Then again, I'm an old man. Well, no. Some people say I'm old, but I don't feel that old. Yeah, that was a good movie. Golden Child with Eddie Murphy, and I believe Arsenio Hall was in it. Okay, so we don't need the terminal block bag anymore. Okay, so that is that one. Let me zoom out of this again here so I can continue on in the instructions. So the end result, so if we go back over here, can't get rid of him this stream, but I'll get rid of him next stream maybe. He's cute, but he's too cute. So this is what we did. The end result should look like this. So, which it pretty much does, yeah. I think my end result looks... Well, what are these wires on the left running from? What did I miss over there? Oh, they just ran the... Oh, I think those are the AB motors coming down. Yeah. Okay, I got to get the AB motors in yet then. Okay, so for the AB motors though, they're going to run... They're going to come from the back. Let's see, how are they running? Because with the AB motors, let's go back over to this guy here. With the AB motors, they tie in, there's little zip tie clips that they run up the side here, or down the side, sorry. Up the side, down the side, yes. And then they're going to run out the back. So what I'll do, I'm just trying to think. Let me look on the actual Voron instructions and see how they actually string those AB motors. If I can find that section here. B motor, zip tie loop. So they go straight down, which I know. But how do they actually run the wires? Let me just see. Because the AB motors are not going to be running through the cable chains, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, cable chains. They don't really show. They don't really show where the AB motors. Yeah, I think that's just left up to my discretion. Okay. Coming to America. Oh. You are great at assembling the straight up. Oh, thank you so much. I think that's a... Yeah, thank you. Well, so the AB motors, I'm gonna stand this up for a minute. I don't want everything to fall out. No, that shouldn't fall out. It doesn't matter. Let's stand this up for a second. without squishing cables. So we have these AB motors coming out the back. This is all the bad cables. We're going to take care of that later. But we have these AB motors that are going to come out, and they're going to clip into these blue things coming down like so, and like so. And then they're going to run. They don't really, unless they're going to run in through here. Yeah, I think they must run in through here. So if we come down, and then are we coming out down the back and then up in through here? That would make sense, that we come down the side and then across the back of the frame so you don't see it, and then up and then in here. But I don't see, I'm just looking at the Voron instructions here. I don't see anything specific to that. I'm just quickly going through them just to see, to make sure that is where they should be running. I'm pretty sure that's where they should be running. The part of my mind that does common sense says that's where they should be running. Just looking, just looking. Yeah, they say zip tie loops coming down. Boom, boom, but they don't show an actual path. But it's the only thing that makes sense, because there's no other reason for that hole to be there. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. And yep. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's get some little zip ties out. Let's put them right here. Here we go. No shortage of zip ties in these LDO kits either, so. So we'll come through here. Now I wonder, I'm thinking I might bring that up. There we go. I might just bring that up and just start zip tying there and leave some play there on this so that there's no issues with that. Yeah, I'll just leave some play on that. We'll bring that plug up a little higher than this first clip. So we'll keep that sort of in, sort of like that. Kind of like that. There we go. Like that, and one on the bottom. Having that part in your brain is great. Yes, there seems to be a lack of it sometimes in society, but you know, nobody's perfect. Come on. Okay, there. So, oh, it probably, oh, so this one probably goes down through here. Or does it? Let's see. This one probably sneaks down through this hole. I'm going to guess. Although the plug doesn't seem to want to fit. Or does it? There it goes. So there, we'll run this one down through here, although we won't come around the rail. Ay, ay, ay. We'll come through here. Come on. Then we'll go down through here. Then why? Oh, okay, they come down, I see. They don't go through here at all. That's what these ones on the sides were for. Okay, I stand corrected, folks. I stand corrected as I go through. See, common sense does play. Sometimes it takes a second to kick in, but it eventually does. Okay, so that'll come down through here like that. Okay, and then we have another one on this side for this wire. Okay. So let's put this, and again, these are ridiculously long, but that's okay. So let's go ahead on this side. Actually, we can give you a view, maybe, I don't know, it doesn't matter what view, you guys can get the idea what I'm doing. Okay, so let's get this one, throw some zip ties in these. Here. In here. And in the bottom one. Coming to America. Okay. Oh gosh, guys, okay. Since we mentioned movies. Okay, we'll leave that little bit of play there. Okay. Since we mentioned movies, Maria and I went on a date night Friday for the first time in a long time. It was great. Went and saw the movie called Violent Night. Oh my goodness. You know what? Okay. My favorite Christmas movie, and it's a debate that I'm not going to have with anybody, but my favorite Christmas movie used to be Die Hard. My new favorite Christmas movie is Violent Night. It is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Not for kids, of course. The title kind of gives that away. But not for kids, but what an amazing, what a fantastic movie. So good, so funny. It's funny, it's... Anyways. I highly recommend Violent Night if you like movies. Let's snip, snip, snip. Yeah. Maria loved it. I loved it. It was good. It was fun. Okay, now we are going to feed this guy down through this hole. Like so. Okay, that's much more sensible than what I was going to do and run them over to this one. Yeah, this is obviously for the bad stuff. The bad stuff's obviously going to come down somewhere through here. We will figure that out. Yeah, okay, so let's turn it back over. I liked it better than, well, they're two totally different movies. Violent Night is Die Hard meets Home Alone meets what's the word I'm looking for? It's just different in so many ways. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's different in so many ways, but it is just hilariously funny. Okay, so they said that we're running these there and this there. Okay, so although why does it show that coming in the middle? That cannot be right. Let's just see where these guys show A and B motors coming in blue and orange. Okay, they are coming in from the appropriate sides. So here we go. So this is A, and A is for Apple, J is for Jacks. So A is the second pin in. So we are going on the second plug. A, and B is the first one. No sense going A, B in order, but hey, let's just confuse me and go A, B in opposite order. Again, crossing paths. Ah. And B is the first plug here. Just because they can. Doesn't mean they should. Okay, so now we're going to tidy up. I'm sorry, actually, if I pull this camera over, if I take this, it's going to get dizzy for a minute here. But if I take this and I move this over, just don't knock that little monitor over, my man. Don't knock that little monitor over. If I just move that maybe just like this and over there, you get a kind of a better idea, because that way I can turn this more towards me and work on it. Okay, so this is coming over to A. Here's the B one. So you stay in there. We're going to feed you down through a slot right, say, there. Okay, and we're going to feed you down this way. You're going to come over here, but you've got a lot of wire there, so we're going to back feed you up here and through here. Yes. I'm going to be awful tempted to come in and shorten these wires, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to. Because they'll all fit in there. So there we go. There's the B wire come up through here and in. And the A wire, I got a lot of length for the A wire. So we'll push it back through this hole here. Okay, and then we can, boy, we got a lot of slack. Come up in behind here, in through here. And let's just lay you along here. And we'll double back here. I want my double back. I want my double back ribs. And tuck you in here. Oh, just about fits. Just about fits. There we go. Once the cover's on, it's going to make it a lot easier too. So, and sneak down. Yeah, we're putting a lot of wires in there. But that's okay. There we go. There we go. So we have all of our motors are plugged in and run. Okay. Cool. Oh, it's totally worth shortening. Yeah, I'm probably gonna, maybe this week. Maybe I've showed how they run. As the Beatles say, see how they run. Anyways, oh, stepper motor wires, and then on the. Anyways, sorry, I couldn't resist. So yeah, so now you've seen how they run. Maybe what I will do this week is I will shorten them. They're not hard to shorten. I mean, it's real easy to do that. So a little bit of glue and tape, and I can shorten them. No, I would never do that. I would do them properly. Trust me. Okay, so let's switch back here. Here I am right here. Okay, so now we've got about another half hour. I like to go for about 3 hours and get as much as I can done in the 3 hours. So we've got a good base of this. I got to get the hot end built, but I'm probably going to work on the hot end through the week because it's a whole stream in its own to getting the hot end done. But I'm going to have to eventually get the hot end done because we're going to be getting close to running the cable chains, and that involves having the hot end ready. So we got the end result looking like that, and now we're going to do a little bit of here we go. So we can do a little bit more wiring that they're showing here. Nice thing is I can go a little bit out of order on it, but I eventually do have to come back and get that hot end put on. So crimping is easy. Oh, it is. If you have the right tools. See how they run. I like Lady Madonna kind of thing too. I like my Lady Madonna one better. What can I say? Okay. We're gonna go now to display 2, and we're gonna go cut over to it. So what we're doing now is we're looking at doing a little bit of wiring here, connecting the inlet and PS-shin power supply unit. So we're going to work on connecting the inlet to the power supply unit and the earth and the grounding and all that stuff. So I need to get some wires. So let me get some wires over here. And that would probably, if I was a betting man, I'd say that's in the cable kit. So I would say that's in the cable kit. So here we go. Inlet to terminal cable. Oh, look at that. That just happens to be the right package too. So, so if I do that, which you guys can't see what I'm doing because it's a secret. And if I do that, and now I can switch cameras down here, and then here's some of the stuff we're going to need right now. Okay, so, and again, all nicely labeled, all nicely wired, crimped ends, everything like that. So we don't have to worry about any of that, unless we want to shorten the wires, of course. Okay, so we need the earth to frame. So first one we'll do is earth point to frame. That's interesting looking right there. So here we are, 24 volt PSU. This one is the SSR. So that's a solid state relay wire. This one, oh, I forgot that I moved this camera, so you're kind of at a different angle now. This is to controller, and this one and then is to 24 volts in. This is to RPI, that's the Raspberry Pi. Is that RPI? And this one is to SSR. And this one looks like it's the mains that goes to the board. So these are all labeled nicely. Neutral, PE, the earth, and live. So, there we go. So this one, why do they go from pink to blue? I need to kind of read these. I'm going to zoom out on this a little. Okay. Earth frame point. Okay, in this step we'll connect AC inlet, the terminals, and 24 volt power supply. Refer to the following diagram. Okay. Okay, so this is the diagram we're looking at, right here. So it shows that we have, now I think I'm a little confused because they show from blue to pink. Oh, pink is just the sort of the middle in between. And at the end is where we split everything. Okay, so, we're going, see this, I'm just, let me think this through for a second here. Okay. Because we have, we need to go to the power supply, which is 24 volts in to controller. So this goes to the controller and this goes to the power supply. We're not working on the controller yet. Let's see. That's the SSR. And that's the bed. We're not working on that yet, on the bed SSR. This one is, I think, what I'm looking for. 24 volt PSU. So this is going blue in the middle, brown on the outside. So if we pop this open, I just dropped a piece, but it hit the rug, it didn't hit the floor. I swear, it hit the rug, it didn't hit the floor. Okay, let's get you guys back over to this camera here, shall we? Here we go. Okay, so I'll just leave this little plastic thing that fell when I popped it off of here. So we're looking down on the bottom. We have line, neutral, and I'm assuming the green. Yeah, the line, neutral, and the ground. So we have brown, yellow, and green, or yellow, green. So we have brown, blue, yellow, which is going in this order right here on this. So let me grab my little screwdriver. It's one of those things I just like to take my time. This is the one thing you don't want to get wrong. You don't want to get the electronics wrong, especially when you're dealing from the mains. Last thing I want to do is blow a board. Okay, so we're going in with the brown on the bottom, which is going to be the live, which is, I guess, red, brown. It looks brown. The wire looks brown to me. So we'll go down here with the brown. Crimping is easy. Crimping ain't easy on the streets. How you been, Tim? Good, Paul. How are you? Crimping. I want to sing a Pagliaro song about crimping ain't easy, but I don't want to break into tune right now. I'm focused. I'm hyper focused here. Blue, which is the neutral, is the middle one. I'm hyper focused on that bottom one. I didn't quite get that first one in proper, so I have to pop that out and do it again. You can kind of see how you can't really see. Actually, can I get you guys in? I'm trying to get you guys close without getting my hands in the way. So if I go like this, I think I can zoom you guys in a little bit closer here. There we go. And if I lower this just a hair, nice thing is I can actually manually adjust that. So yeah, I've got this live line didn't quite go in all the way it should. There it is. I was in front of the piece that it had to be under. Okay, there it is. I always make sure I can't pull them out. And then we have our earth, which I call ground or neutral, or I guess neutral and earth are, yeah. Okay, so we have those. Now we are showing the blue going into the blue, which is kind of obvious. So now we're going to open up. I need my tiny screwdriver again, which I hid away. So let me grab the tiny screwdriver out again. And where's my little flathead? There it is. Okay, so we're going to loosen off this blue one here. And we're going to loosen off this green one. And we're going to loosen off this green one. Okay. Okay, so we need, and then we're also going to loosen off the first red one. Okay, there we go. So we want the green from this, or the earth, to go into the first earth point here. And nice, they've got ferrules on these, which is awesome. So this one slides. Did I get that open far enough? I think I did. So this one slides in here, and then we tighten it. And we make sure that we can't yank it out. And the blue one, or the neutral, slides in here, and we tighten it. And reassure that it is nice and snug. And then we have our live. Let's push these up back out of here. There we go. And then we have our live, or our line live, whatever. Red, brown, gold, pink, purple. No, red. And it's nice and snug in there. So there we go. So we've got our mains into our distribution. I call this the distribution center because this is where we're going to distribute the power to the various things. Now, we need to do a ground from here to the frame. Now I need to put a T-nut in here. I'm not sure how exactly they're grounding to the frame here. Yeah, it looks like it's a T-nut. The end result should look like the following. Okay, so, well, we got to do some stuff down to the inlet here too yet. So let me zoom that out just a tad here. Here we go. We got to do some wiring down to the inlet here first too. But I also need, where's my ground? I saw my ground wire here. For some reason, it ended up outside all of my packaging. It's just because, oh, there it is right there. Aha, found it. So this is called, they label this the frame. So this one is going to go from here So I'll put that in here. Okay, and then this is going to come over, and we're going to put a T-nut in the frame, and this is going to ground to the frame. So we can do that in a minute. Let's get the main power, the power mains here hooked up first. So that one is this guy here. Now that's to SSR. Let's see, where are we? Where's that wire? We are looking for inlet. Okay. So really all we need is this one and the two back here. Okay, it's got to be another. It's got to be in another one of these bags, or is it one of these? Let me just look. Just me being careful again. It's not this. This is the solid state relay. That's a solid state relay. This is for the main board. This is to solid state relay. So that's going to go from here to the solid state relay, and this one is Raspberry Pi. This one is, I'm not sure where this one, live PE, and this is going to somewhere. We'll figure that out in a minute. So I need to find the wires that are going from here to here. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have Ethernet, ZN stop control, RPI, USB, filter, LED extension, LED strips. We got to put LEDs in yet. Bed thermistor extension, touch display, PCB. So we don't need that. Part fan cable, hot end cable, XYN stop, thermistor, chamber thermistor probe. Don't need that. And tool head cable, hot end cartridge, thermistor, Z probe, NeoPixel. Okay, so we don't need that. That's so. Where is what am I missing here? Let's see. We need a blue cable. It's going to that one. So we have, it's a blue, red, and a green are coming down into here. So it's a blue, red, and a green. It's got to be this one. It's this one right here. Well, duh, it was in my hand. Yeah, it was. Hazed Hoonigan? Yes, it was. It's one of those things. It's called a brain fart. It's definitely these, because these plug into here and these plug into here. So yeah, it's just, as soon as I looked back up, I said, "You idiot." And we just had that talk about common sense, didn't we? Okay. So we need the blue to go to the blue, the red to go to the red, and the earth to go to the earth, I believe. This one here is the blue. No, where are these going? So we have the blue, which is going here. They don't really, the picture's not really clear as to where this is going. We have the blue jumping the blue. Is this going to be the ground? This is going to be the ground for sure. So this is the ground. So this one's the ground. Come on, get on there. Don't be difficult. Maybe the other way. Oh, that's a tight fit, but that's okay. Okay, then we have red coming in behind here. Live to live. Again, a tight fit. Oh, come on. Hard to get my big hands in here. Let me bend some of these wires out of the way. Oh, that's tight. That's very tight. Keep working at it here. They're meant to be tight though. Oh, you don't want them coming off, but that's just not going on. Let's see, is that bent open enough? It should be. Let me just take a little pair of needle nose and see if I can't coax it down a little easier. It's just really tight. It's hard on the fingers. I'm definitely in the right spot. Okay, and if I can get them right there. There we go. Just need a little assistance from the pliers. And on the blue, I'll do the same thing. Just give me a little help. There we go. There, they're just really snug. Okay. Small hands running around the house. Oh, James L., use pliers. I just did. Great minds think alike. There we go. Okay, and this is pretty simple. We got the neutral coming to the neutral, so we're going to loosen this bottom one off. So got to reach under here. And while I'm at it, I'm going to snug these up. These are basically the end piece is meant to hold this guy all in place so we don't move. Just going to tighten these up. There we go. Okay. Blue into blue. And red into red. Okay. Okay, blue and neutral are nice and tight. And the last one, we're going to go red into red. And those are all snug. Those I'm going to run, okay. Oh man, see, this didn't need to be this long, but hey, I'm not complaining. I just did, didn't I? Yeah. Going to put that, tuck that in here, get out of the way. Okay, like that, and I'm just going to tuck this in here, kind of like that. There we go. That's not bad. That's not bad there at all. Okay. Now we're going to take care of this ground on the frame, so they don't really specify what to use on it. Guess it doesn't matter. 2 serrated washers and a screwed into the frame. Okay, 2 serrated washers and screwed into the frame. Well, we're gonna have to use a T-nut in order to get them into the frame. We do have the serrated washers. I saw them. Okay, let's find those serrated washers real quick here. Where did I see them? It's one of those things where there's only a couple pieces of them, and they're only used for a specific part. And this is that part. They might be, oh, right there, right there. There it is, right there. Locking washers, M5, 2 pieces. Okay, so we will use an M5. They don't really specify the size you need for this, but it's pretty much going to be an M5 T-nut. We did not preload one. They didn't mention preloading one. Oh, actually, we did on this side. I think I preloaded it on the wrong side. That's all. That's no big deal. Not that I haven't done that before. I'm doing the right side. Stuff. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and get this M5 nut in this side. I just have it in the wrong side. Just makes for a little more challenging loading it. And hey, who isn't up for a challenge? And by Jove, I think I almost got it. I just need I need my cheater screw. Where did I put it? I have an M5 cheater. Right here. See if I can get this in here. So there's a preloaded nut already, but I did it on the wrong side. So I'm just trying to get this M5 loaded. And the M5s are a little difficult to get in there. They're just stubborn. It doesn't want to go too easily. See if I can get this to screw in it, and if I can get this thread to bite, I can get it to turn. I can get it to get in place. It's my own fault for putting it in the wrong side to begin with. But they can be stubborn. They require little bits of patience. Okay. I've had difficulty with all the M5 T-nuts on this build. The M3s seem to go in much smoother. We will get this. We will track this down, and when we do, we will kill you. Come on, get in there. Okay, it just wants to be... Okay. Half the battle is I didn't leave myself much room. Oh, I think it's in. It's in. It's in, and I didn't even realize it. Okay, we got that in, so now we just need an M5 bolt. It's going to be a short one, so probably they're not specifying any size here, so I'm going to use an M5. 14 is too long. What do we have here? I need an M5.6 or an M5.10. M510 will probably be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, because we're going to go through these two locking washers and the cord. So we have the two locking washers, so we're going to put one on this side, one on this side, and then we are going to ground this sucker. This one, Mr. Pink for the win. Now we just have to get this threaded, this started. There we go. Okay. This is where the ball end comes in handy. That feels stripped or cross-threaded. I don't think it is. It just feels that way. And make sure we get a nice tight connection on this. Oh, you know what? That screw is too long. Damn. It's bottoming out on the frame, so we're too long. So I gotta take it out. Okay, too long. Okay, so I need something shorter. What do I have? I didn't see anything shorter in here. That was the 10, so I need an 8. I need an M5-8. Oh, I spilled some. Okay, that's fine. I need an M5-8 here. And I'm not seeing any. Let's see. Okay, bear with me. M312. No, none there. I'm not seeing M516s, M510, M38. I am not finding an M5-8. So, M38, I've got a T-nut in here already. Can I fit an M3? They should, I swear I saw some M5 M5-8s in here. I have an M516 I could cut in half. There's an M38. That's not a button head. It's got to be a button head because it'll pop right through that. It'll pop right through that thing otherwise. Let's see what I got in here. No, and no. So I do have some M5s. I'm just surprised there's not one in the kit that I can find. Let's see. Is it hiding here? M46, M46. No, nothing hiding under here. So I think I do have an M5. Let me just switch back over. Why did that go auto? What's going on? What did I just do? Oh, there I am. I'm good. Okay. Let me go. I have some M5s over there. I'm surprised there's nothing in here that's short enough to fit that. M514s. Yeah, okay. Let me just go see what I can find. Never takes a potty break. Thanks, Friendship Lights. Yeah, chat, share, subscribe, guys. Come on, I love the subscriptions are free. Let me go find an M5. Here we go. What do we got here? M58. Okay, we got an M58. It's not a button head, but it is a flat head. But it's okay. It doesn't have to be a specific head. As long as it does the job it's supposed to do. We're going to be pink again, right? Yes, we are. So as long as it does the job it's supposed to do, that's really all that matters. So we go through, and then we need the other. And then let's get back in here. And let's get this going again. Let's move you up a little bit. And get you started. Get in the hole. Come on. There we go. We have bite. Now we just need to get this screwed in. And that is too long as well. That cannot be. That is too long too. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, the 8 is too long. 10 was too long. I need a 6. Okay, well, they probably tell me on the Voron instructions what I need, but I didn't read them. I'm on the LDO instructions, so I need a 6. I don't have a 6. Okay, I may end up doing what Richard suggested, using an M3, but I'm going to need a washer so it doesn't pop through. I have an M36. Again, all it needs to do is ground that thing to the frame. That's all it needs to do. So let's find the M36. M46. No, I want an M36. I don't have any M4 T-nuts. There we go, M36. That's too short. That's tiny. That's a flathead M36. I'm going to need them later. Bear with me here. Let's see. They weren't underneath my magnetic tray. No. I always check there because I have lost bags under that magnetic tray before. Well, there's an M36. I think that's a 6. Possibly. Oh, you know what I could do? You know what I could do? I could do a MacGyver job here, guys. Again, as long as I'm grounded to the frame, and this is not visible, so I'm not overly concerned. Where's that M510 I had again? We're going to here, you can't see what I'm doing here, so I'm gonna just lose my mouse on this massive screen. So I'm gonna find that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce an M5 nut. Make all the jokes you want about the nut, who is here. Where did now you think I can find that M5 I was looking for before? Okay, M510. Let's grab this M510. Let's throw an M5 nut on it. Okay. Pink one. Throw an M5 nut on here. So theoretically turning it into about a 4 millimeter. Okay. There's my little thingamaboober stuck to the bottom of the tray. Always check the bottom of your magnetic trays if you can't find something. Okay, so we got an M5 nut, M510 with some with a nut on it. Now that may be, you watch, that's going to be too friggin' short. Oh no, I think I can get that to work. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Slide you down. Okay. My big hands do not help matters. Okay. And let's get the wrench in here. Good night, Richard. Have a good night. Figures. Okay, well, that's okay. It's too short with a nut on it now. Wonder if I can get away with one of these knurled washers. All it needs to do is dig into the frame. Okay, let's see if I can get away with one. 'Cause that's definitely making metal contact on metal contact. They say two, but there we go. Now we're biting. Okay. There we go. We got nice tight, really nice tight fit now. I think we're going to get away with that. After all that work. There we go. Let's bring that over. Up through the channel. There we go. Okay, good. So all I did is I took one of these knurled washers out. I've got good metal contact. I got the one washer nice and snug in there. It should be fine. It should be grounded fine, and I can do a continuity test and find out. But we should be fine. I'm done battling with that because it's actually time for me to go. Yeah, but we got a lot done. So we got all this done tonight, all this and then some. So pretty cool. Let me put this little cover back on before I lose it and forget. I think this thing just kind of sits like that, and like, there we go. Not that that's needed, but there we go. Perfect. Well, folks, it is 8 o'clock. Oops, I didn't switch over. There we go. There, we're switching over. It is 8 o'clock. It is, my 3 hours are up. I need to get myself some food, some nutrition. And I don't even have an outro screen right now set up, so I can't even have one that says thank you for watching. And please subscribe, etc., etc. But I think you guys all know that. I appreciate everybody who stayed on here for the length of this stream. We still have, it looks like, 34 people watching, which is awesome. So we're going to continue this. I may or may not take some time this week to shorten these wires. I don't know. I think as long as I can get them all tucked in and covered up with the covers for these raceways, I'm fine with it. I don't know what else I have to squeeze in here yet. We got to see. We got some fan wires and stuff that are going to come in up here. If it gets too crowded, I will probably, if it gets too crowded, I'll probably shorten those wires. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. We're good either way. So I am going to bid adios and good night to everybody, and we will see you back here next Sunday at the same time. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for everybody that's watched. Thank you for any new subscriptions. Thank you to LDO and Sparta for making this build possible. Much appreciated, and thank you to all the filament sponsors that I had mentioned earlier. So next week we're going to try and get some music on the stream in the background. We're still working with this kind of a new setup. I haven't showed you all the new setup yet, but we will once it's done. I think the build's going great so far. We got to work on the hot end a bit yet, but I think otherwise we've got a really good build going on here. So everybody have a wonderful night, and it's just going to kind of quit because I don't have my extra yet. But everybody have a good night, stay safe, have a great week, and thank you so much for watching and for your support. It is appreciated more than you know. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.